Hey guys, it's Alexis. Happy Monday. I am back with a brand new video. Today I'm talking about how to finally once and for all manifest the dream relationship, the dream experience, whatever you're manifesting, how to get it going. What's the missing component? What's the hidden link? How do we do this? I'm going to share some tips and tricks that clients have also shared with me that have helped them in their journey and that I intend will help you just to put things together. Okay. Before I get started, the links for booking one-on-one coaching, the links for booking one-on-one hypnosis with me are in the box below. If you do not see something on my calendar that is available to you or that works with you in your time zone, please email us at sessions@createyourfuture.co. Put in the subject line Alexis, and we will get you sorted and get you on my calendar. Okay. So I want to share you guys, number one, that this video is not about instant manifestation, a quick fix, and doing something so quickly so that you see movement and get the manifestation and get it done. This is actually the opposite kind of video because what I've noticed is that a lot of people have been really misled by things out on the internet about conscious creation, about manifesting your relationship, manifesting an SP. And there's things that, you know, are really, really necessary to this whole process, which is seeing it as an involvement and a timeline of growth, your self-growth, figuring yourself out, and therefore being able to figure out who you are in the ideal relationship and who your person is. Okay. Now, if you can look at it that way, the funny thing is that you drop resistance and things happen very quickly. Movement happens so quickly, right? It's when we tend to look at this has to happen so quickly. It's not happening so quickly. I'm not seeing anything. Nothing is happening, that we get in our own way and we actually create more resistance and we don't assist the manifestation at all. Okay. So also a reminder that your reality is not real. The reality outside of you is a collection of thoughts and ideas and expectations and assumptions that you've previously had, currently have. So there's no need to think that nothing is happening. The more that you're thinking nothing is happening, guess what? You're just telling your reality nothing is happening and I'm so stuck and I'm not seeing anything going on. Okay. So now that I've said that disclaimer, how do you do this, right? How do you figure out, how do you recreate the whole scenario that you've seen, that you're seeing, and that feels so familiar? Well, who it comes down to is you. You know, I had a couple clients share with me recently, and clients that have seen change, evolvement, growth. I've got a bunch of clients right now that have manifested marriage, engagement, babies, things happening. And it only occurred to me like earlier this week that I've got a bunch of people that coach with me who haven't written in success stories. And I was thinking, all right, so what's really helped them? Okay. What's really helped push them along besides me telling them like, do this, don't do this, say that, don't say that. Okay. What I want to say is that with a couple of them, it's really helped for me to say, you got to stop reacting and stop having the behavior of anger, frustration, irritation, and annoyance at your person. Okay. The more that you are angry, irritated, frustrated, resentful, wanting to talk everything out, get mad at the person, having a relationship talk, figuring things out, the more that you are trying to do that, you are just accessing and reinforcing the reality that you've created. Okay. So if you're doing that, you got to stop it. It's a non-negotiable. Bottom line. If you're tending to like go at somebody, right? You really don't want to do that. Why do you want to do that anyways? If we are thinking that you're operating and creating from your inner place and space, that you're prioritized, chosen, important, seen, heard, then there is no reason to entertain discussions and conversations about someone and what they're doing that you don't like. Okay. Now there's a fine line here because I'm not asking you, I don't recommend you taking on the opinion or of course the self-concept of being a doormat, accepting everything. Okay. And that's not what I'm saying either. You want to ground yourself and root yourself in thoughts of who are you being instead of who you've been? Who can you choose to be instead of choosing who you've been? Who do you want to be instead of who you've been? Okay. What a lot of people are doing is overemphasizing the person. He is choosing me, prioritizing me, loving me, all about me, calling me. Okay. So what if you're doing that, but the rest of the time you're thinking He's not calling. He's not choosing me. I'm getting more of the same. This isn't working. What does that tell me? That tells us that you are not really thinking the different version of you. Now, if somebody was prioritizing me, that means that you in your mind have made yourself a priority, important, you're loved, you're adored, you're cherished, and you're treasured, bottom line. What a lot of people in reality do, and they still do this when they come to this whole conscious creation manifestation of an SP thing, they're thinking thoughts and then looking for it. They're thinking thoughts and then wanting confirmation. They're choosing the new story and then like, is this happening? Can I just see some evidence? Can I see something going on? Well, reality doesn't work that way. I gave a client this example this week. Imagine that it's like your iPhone and that you send 10 text messages, right? I'm loved, I'm cherished, I'm prioritized, I'm so important. My reality is not real anyway. So I'm just choosing that now I am valued, adored, and just people in my reality reflect back to me these things. Let's say you affirm those. And then an hour later, you're like, is it working? Am I seeing evidence? All you're doing is, you guys know how you can have a reaction to text messages on the iPhone. You're putting a reaction, question, 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 question. All that does is hold the thoughts like in a stuck place. Imagine you have like a sphere of energy and the thoughts just don't really get delivered. Okay, it's not like that there's a scientific way to understand this, but this is the way that I tend to look at it, is like the thoughts that are kind of like, you hold them in place, right? They don't actually begin to create on your behalf because you're wondering, questioning, doubting all of them. So what's the point of that, right? What you have to do instead is do what's the road which is least traveled, which is decide and choose who you are without looking for confirmation, someone telling you, and getting reassurance from your outer reality. Now, this goes against most of the things you've ever been taught. Since you were like probably born, since you were 2, 3, 4 years old, you have looked for confirmation, reassurance outside of you. This is a whole different thing. But you can learn to do this through the practice and through evolving and repetition and the persistency and consistency of choosing who you are. What I'm talking about is choosing who you are without it even being like wondering. Okay. It's like, let's say you were manifesting and creating a body reconfiguration, body change, releasing weight, letting it go, having a more healthy, lean body. Okay. What would you want to do in that instance? You have to choose. I am those things. I am the leanest I've ever been. I'm the smallest I've ever been. I am so healthy. I am so svelte. Everyone tells me how wonderful I look. Now, what's going to happen to most people? They're going to think those things, and then guess what they'll do? Look in the mirror and then say, oh no, that's not me. That's not who I am. Okay. So what would I say in that instance? Either, you want to avoid over looking at yourself in the mirror, avoid mirrors, but that can be a little bit difficult in reality, or you just want to get back on the thoughts and saying, and understanding that literal reflection is an old reflection of the other you. But the more that you choose and the more that you affirm and the more that you decide the other, then she begins to come who you are. Okay. So you guys, action and doing things secondary to this premise. I'm going to say it one more time. Action and doing things is secondary to this premise. What most people want to do is think them thoughts, affirm some things, and then check and see, are they calling? Do I call Alexis? Do I say something? Do I initiate on their birthday? Do I send them a gift? Do I say Merry Christmas? You guys, it's getting towards the holidays, right? We have Halloween happening, and then Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then New Year's, and then Valentine's Day, all the big ones. What begins to happen is this. All of this overcapitulation and anxiety from everybody about what to do with their SP on the holidays, right? My answer is that your holiday has nothing to do right now with your SP. You want to have a great holiday, spend time doing whatever is good for you on those days. It doesn't have to be with other people. If you're someone that's not really having that happen, it doesn't matter. But the more that you can choose who you are and then see that they see you that way, then it will begin to happen, such as like, I'm having a great Christmas. I'm having a great day. It's like every other day is my birthday. Christmas is my birthday. Okay, I'm going outside the box here. And they're calling on my birthday. They're just saying Merry Christmas, but it's all about me and I'm having a good day. Okay. Now, I want to answer another question I hear sometimes too. Are those egoic thoughts? Are they thoughts of the ego? And I say, no, they're just thoughts that you're thinking. That's just a new perspective, a new switch in identity. Remember that the identity that you access and love is going to feel so familiar, so accessible, and it's going to feel so real, especially if you live from the place of rejection and or abandonment. You're going to question and overthink a lot of things having to do with love and relationships instead of being like, no, this works for me. This is happening. Like, we're getting together or we're getting back together. Like, I am choosing this. I'm a child of God. I'm the creator of my reality. I am God in human form. Therefore, I can create this through my perspective and my change of my thoughts of me, my thoughts of them, my thoughts of us. Okay. Like, I had a couple clients recently say to me, okay, Alexis, I'm getting it. I realize that this is really all about who I've chosen to be and who I'm being all of the time. It's not just what I'm thinking during my affirmation times. It's like, who am I being? Who is the embodiment of me all of the time? Now, when I say the word embodiment, your thoughts create the embodiment. But you got to slow yourself down to understand that who you're thinking creates that self-image, self-concept, identity, and that when you shift into the embodiment, which is just the thoughts of the other identity, it allows you to persist in the thoughts of the person's chosen version, identity, and the two of you. It's like you can't think, most people, I would say all people, really can't choose the version of the person without fluctuating and changing and shifting the version of self. Like, it all comes down to you. Neville Goddard talked about this in every piece of literature he wrote. Self-concept, self-concept, self-concept. It's about you and your choice of you. Now, what I've heard a lot from a lot of people recently is, oh, Alexis, I understand I'm the creator of my reality. I get it. I've been doing these things, but all I'm seeing is what's frustrating so much. And I'm like, tell me what it is. Everybody on Instagram, all of my friends, everyone's getting married. Everyone's getting in a relationship. Everyone's getting a baby besides me. Now, you guys, if this tends to be you, all that this tells me is that you have a baseline thoughts of self that are, I'm not the one that gets it. I'm not included. It's not happening for me. It's never going to happen for me. This just shows me that everybody else gets it and I don't. I, right? And my first reaction to all of these things, seeing other people get it, is like, oh, it's happening for them. So it means it's happening for me. I'm surrounded by people that are receiving love, marriage, being chosen, being prioritized, forever commitment. So it's bound to happen for me. So this is where it gets really finite, and you have to change your perspective and perception on all of these blips of circumstances, right? But what it comes down to is you. It's the easiest way to think about it. And you have to, if you're wondering how do you begin doing this, right, is observing who are you being, right? It's not like there's a hidden code, something hidden going on. It's how are you feeling about you? What are the thoughts of you? What is your inner conversation with you about you? And then therefore, what is your inner conversation about the other person? What are the thoughts of the other person, right? So once you understand this data, then you can begin to think the appropriate thoughts of self. Like, I am the one who is for sure just like, I'm prioritized. I'm important. I matter. I am so special in my reality. I am enough. I am more than enough. I am more than good enough. And I'm more than good enough for love. I'm ready right now. I'm valuable right now. I'm seen right now, right now, right now, right now. And that therefore they are calling me, they are texting me. What you don't want to do is this. They are calling me, they're texting me, therefore I'm valuable. No, you have to have a choice and a chosen perspective on who you are first. So therefore, everything that you create that someone does for you, it's like a sprinkle on the cupcake. You're not doing it out of like, oh, well, once you call, then I will feel valued. Well, once you make time for us to have a date, then I'll feel special. No, you have to persist in the story of you first without looking for it, wanting justification, wanting reassurance. Okay. No one said this was going to be easy. Okay. You are unlearning, looking for things outside of you, right? This is a big step for most of us in our mental, physical, spiritual, emotional evolution of self, but you can do it, right? Because it all comes down to you. It just comes down to What are you thinking? Therefore, what are you feeling? Who are you being in relation to your person too? Okay. So I also want to say that this area, the zone of love and relationships and the version you are, it's going to bring about your stuff in this area. It's not the same as the version of you with your friends. It's not the same version of you in career. It is the version of you in love and relationships. And that for a lot of people seems to have the most wounds, sadness, things to work on, story of the past, rejection and abandonment, because that's what a lot of people have experienced that they're recreating. Okay. So anyways, if you persist in the story of you, right? And I would also like everyone to be choosing and thinking and affirming, like, I'm loving my life. My life is moving forwards. I'm seeing things happen for me. Everything is coming together for me. Those are really useful affirmations if you feel like nothing is happening or you feel like, you're stuck or whatever, but you want to see, like, I am having a good time here. What a lot of people are doing are putting the good time on their person. Like, when we're together, when I have this and I'll have a good time. And I'll tell you guys, I hear every excuse in the book, right? Like, well, Alexis, I just have to get married. It's the next thing I want to do. So like, I'm only going to be happy when I'm married, or I know this is my person. He's my twin flame. So like, we have to get married and then I'll be happy. Or I had a dream that we had 2 kids. So I have to have those 2 kids and then I'll be happy. My answer is absolutely not. You want to generate self-fulfillment, self-happiness, self-contentment, self-stability right now. It's not over there, you guys. It's here. It's here, right now, right here, right now. It needs to be right here, right now. It can't be something you offload. When that happens, then I'll feel. If you go for the feeling is the secret, if you would have that feeling then, you have to have that feeling now, which is all about your concept of you. Okay. This is a quick video. I'm going to bring it to a close because of my client schedule today and all the things we have going on for the holidays. But anyone notice my pumpkin? My father-in-law brought that for me from our farm. It's a little fun fact there about our family has a farm, and it is the cutest pumpkin. Not the blue one, the orange one. Okay. Isn't it so cute? Like, that got delivered to our doorstep. Talk about, people doing things for me. My father-in-law is one of my favorite people. He is so special to me. And he gave me this super cute pumpkin. Okay. All right. So you guys, you can live the life of your dreams, but it all comes down to you. Okay. Like, there was a time in my life that I was not married, didn't have Logan, didn't have my father-in-law. I had my other things going on in life, but I have been able through this same process to choose who I am, recreate my version of self, and then it has all happened. You can do the same thing. There is no circumstance too great. There is nothing out of reach. There is nothing that you need to figure out first. You're not broken. You actually have to reclaim that you're whole, perfect, and complete. The time is now, starts now. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'm sending you so much love on this Monday. Let's start the week off with a successful mindset. So when you turn off this video or this video ends, I want you to get right back to monitoring what you're thinking, noticing and observing all throughout the day, and choosing that you're valuable, you're worthy, and that you're more than good enough, because you are. And from that place, affirming that your person shows you they love you and adore you. They want you to, because you get to have it all. All right. I'll see you in a week, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day, the rest of the week, and love yourself a lot. All right. Love you guys. Bye.